And now, we did promise right throughout the programme, it isn't all doom and gloom, because the coronavirus crisis and the inability to travel abroad has opened the floodgates, with every pun intended, for some firms offering holiday accommodation here in Wales. Work is now underway to replace the old lock gates on a section of the Brecon and Monmouthshire Canal in Powys in time for Christmas. Now, some companies offering narrowboat stays open for the Christmas holidays for the first time. We can speak to one of them now. Alasdair Kirkpatrick is the owner of Beacon Park Boats, which operates, welcome to the programme by the way, is it 20 narrowboats on the canal?
It is, Gareth. Good evening.
Gareth, and one of the nicest parts of Wales, with a bit of snow, Derek Brockway tells us, coming for the mountains this weekend too. So I take it business has been very good for you over the past few months and the months to come by the looks of things.
Well, obviously the lockdown was devastating with all our boats tied up for 3 months. But this year, for the first time in 20 years, we are going to be open for Christmas and the New Year week. Canal River Trust, the owners of the canal, have managed to delay their works or reprogram work to maintain the canal so it is open for those 2 weeks, which would be great for customers to explore the canal where they know they can be self-contained and isolated on a 5-star luxury canal boat and enjoy the sights of the Brecon Beacons National Park.
You're selling it really well, I have to say. Look, these gates they're installing, it's no small feat, is it? They're about 5 tons each, aren't they?
They are the lock gates at Langunner. There's only 6 locks on the canal, and they're all made out of solid oak. But because they're always continuously wet and dry throughout the day, they only last about 10 years. So there's always a continuous replacement programme, which is good news for us keeping the canal open, but it's always bad news when they have to shut the canal while they do the works.
Yeah, I can imagine. Has this uptake in demand, particularly over Christmas, surprised you?
Yes, be even better when the English lockdown is ceased, so customers can come and visit us with that guarantee that knowing that they can be safely isolated on a canal boat and exploring the wonders of the Brecon Beacons in Wales' prettiest area.
Yeah, look, we've got this announcement tomorrow from the Welsh Government about travel arrangements. So I think a lot of people looking to see, can you travel from Wales into England at the end of this week when Wales changes its regulations again? Are you slightly worried that perhaps in there might be some kind of restriction on people in England coming in here?
Absolutely. We do still have some availability for Christmas and New Year week, and it is a best place to be, really, to celebrate that lovely time of year, knowing that you are contained and isolated. And many boats have log bending stoves, so even Santa can visit and give the children their presents.
Very important. And look, it's not just domestic tourism, is it? Be that from Wales or be that from England. How big a part of your market is people coming from overseas, and how big a hit has that been, given that so few people are travelling that way at the moment?
We generally have about 20-25% customers from overseas, but obviously they're still quite nervous of booking for next year to see when all this goes behind us. So fingers crossed for the vaccine, and that we can now put this awful year behind us and look forward to a very busy new year next year.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. That's, a fifth, a third, whichever way you look at it, of your total business. Are you making that back up from people within the UK, or is that a really, really difficult gap to close?
It's a difficult gap to close, especially with the UK, very long extended lockdown. What we need is more local customers, because it's amazing how many people don't know this wonderful canal is on their doorstep.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the stories of the past few months, hasn't it, Alasdair? Amongst all the doom and gloom, people suddenly discovering what's literally on their doorstep in some cases, or even just a little bit further afield, especially in a place like Wales, where so much of the landscape so stunning and so beautiful. Look, good luck. Nice to speak to you too. That's Alasdair Kirkpatrick from Beacon Park Boats. The sport this evening.